If you're over 65, your body has entered a completely different stage of life, one where every food choice matters more than ever. The energy you have in the morning, how sharp your mind feels, the strength in your muscles, even the smoothness of your digestion, all of these are directly influenced by what you put into your mouth every single day. And here's something that often surprises people. Even tiny, consistent changes in your diet can transform the way you feel. Sometimes the difference comes from something as small as the type of nuts you eat. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Nuts are healthy, right? Why overcomplicate it? But here's the truth. Not all nuts are created equal. Some nuts are absolute superfoods for people over 65, delivering nutrients that protect your heart, strengthen your bones, and sharpen your mind. Others, however, might be silently working against you, spiking your blood sugar, loading you with unhealthy fats, or even exposing you to harmful toxins. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly which 4 nuts you should be eating regularly after 65, and which 4 you should avoid as much as possible. And I'm not just giving you a quick list. We're going to go deep into why each nut helps or harms you, what's actually happening inside your body when you eat them, and how to incorporate the good ones into your daily life without overdoing it. By the end of this, you'll be able to open your pantry, look at your nut jars, and know instantly which ones are helping you stay vibrant and which ones are quietly chipping away at your health. Let's start with a nut that's almost like food for the brain, the walnut. If you've ever looked closely at a walnut, you might notice it has 2 lobes and a wrinkled surface that looks surprisingly like the human brain. And it turns out nature might be giving us a clue here. Walnuts are one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Your brain is made up of about 60% fat, and omega-3s are a critical part of the cell membranes in your brain cells. They keep those membranes flexible, allowing brain cells to communicate efficiently. When you're younger, your body can handle a little bit of neglect in this area, but after 65, omega-3s become non-negotiable if you want to maintain memory, focus, and cognitive sharpness. There's actual science backing this up. In a study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, older adults who ate walnuts regularly scored higher on memory and reasoning tests compared to those who didn't. Researchers believe this isn't just because of the omega-3s. Walnuts are also loaded with polyphenols and vitamin E, both powerful antioxidants that protect your brain from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is essentially the rusting of your cells caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. It's one of the major drivers of aging, and walnuts fight it head-on. But walnuts aren't just brain food, they're also heart food. Omega-3s help lower LDL cholesterol, the kind that clogs your arteries, and raise HDL cholesterol, which actually helps remove cholesterol from your bloodstream. Walnuts also improve the flexibility of your blood vessels, which means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood. And for those worried about inflammation, the root cause of so many age-related diseases, walnuts are one of the most anti-inflammatory foods you can eat. Just remember, because they're calorie-dense, you don't need a huge bowl of them. About a small handful, roughly 7 walnut halves, is enough to get all these benefits. Now, let's move on to almonds. Almonds might seem basic compared to exotic nuts, but they're quietly one of the most powerful nuts for people over 65. They're packed with vitamin E, which is like a protective shield for your cells, especially your skin cells. As we age, skin naturally becomes thinner and more prone to dryness, sagging, and sun damage. Vitamin E helps repair cell membranes, prevent UV damage, and keep your skin looking healthier for longer. Almonds are also an incredible source of magnesium, a mineral involved in over 300 processes in the body. Magnesium helps keep your muscles functioning properly, regulates blood pressure, and plays a big role in maintaining bone density, which is crucial in preventing osteoporosis. In fact, research shows that magnesium deficiency is surprisingly common in older adults, and it can lead to muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and poor sleep. Yes, magnesium even helps calm the nervous system, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. That's a huge benefit if you find yourself tossing and turning at night. Another benefit of almonds is their impact on blood sugar. They have a low glycemic index, meaning they won't cause sudden spikes in your blood sugar levels. This is especially important if you're managing diabetes or prediabetes, which becomes more common after 65. Eating almonds alongside carbohydrate-rich meals can even help slow the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, keeping your energy levels steadier throughout the day. Now, let's talk about Brazil nuts. These are less common, but they might be one of the most powerful nuts you can eat if you eat them correctly. Brazil nuts are nature's richest source of selenium, an essential trace mineral. Selenium is a key part of antioxidant enzymes in your body, especially glutathione peroxidase, which helps protect your cells from damage. It supports immune function, helps regulate thyroid hormones, and may even reduce the risk of certain cancers. For older adults, selenium is especially important because it helps maintain a healthy thyroid. The thyroid is like your body's thermostat, controlling metabolism, energy levels, and body temperature. As you age, thyroid function can slow down, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and even depression. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can give you your entire daily requirement of selenium. But here's the catch. Too much selenium can be toxic. Overdoing it can lead to hair loss, brittle nails, digestive problems, and in extreme cases, serious health issues. So think of Brazil nuts as a potent supplement straight from nature. You don't need a whole handful, just 1 or 2 a day. The 4th nut you should be eating regularly is the pistachio. These small green gems are unique because they contain high levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that specifically protect your eyes. After 65, your risk of age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss, increases significantly. Lutein and zeaxanthin help filter harmful blue light and protect the retina, keeping your vision sharper for longer. Pistachios are also high in fiber, which supports healthy digestion and helps lower cholesterol. And here's a fun bonus. Because they come in shells, you naturally slow down your eating, which can help with portion control. Plus, they're one of the lower calorie nuts, so you can enjoy a decent portion without overdoing it. Now, as great as these 4 nuts are, there are 4 others you should limit or avoid entirely, especially after 65. First on the avoid list is peanuts. Many people don't realize that peanuts aren't actually nuts. They're legumes. The big issue with peanuts is aflatoxins, toxic compounds produced by a type of mold that can contaminate peanuts. Even in small amounts, aflatoxins can damage your liver and may increase the risk of liver cancer. Peanuts are also one of the most allergenic foods, and allergies can develop later in life. On top of that, most peanut products, like peanut butter, are loaded with salt, sugar, or hydrogenated oils, which do your health no favors. Next are cashews. Yes, they're creamy and delicious, but cashews have a higher carb content than most nuts, which can spike your blood sugar. They also have less fiber, meaning they won't keep you feeling full for as long. And here's something most people don't know. Raw cashews contain urushiol, the same compound found in poison ivy. Commercial cashews are steamed to remove it, but it's a reminder that these nuts aren't quite as natural as you might think. Third are macadamia nuts. They're buttery, rich, and very high in calories and fat, with relatively low protein and fiber. That means it's incredibly easy to overeat them without feeling satisfied. For someone with a slower metabolism, this can lead to weight gain before you even realize what's happening. Finally, pecans. Pecans might not seem dangerous, but they're so calorie-dense that just a small handful can pack a massive calorie load. Plus, many pecans are sold candied or roasted in unhealthy oils, turning them into more of a dessert than a health food. So, to recap, if you're over 65, make walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and pistachios your go-to nuts. Limit or avoid peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pecans. Store your nuts properly in a cool, dry place, or better yet, in the fridge or freezer, to keep their healthy fats from going rancid. Eating the right nuts isn't about following a trend. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong, sharp, and energized as you age. Just a handful a day can make a huge difference over time. And remember, small, consistent habits are what build long-lasting health. So next time you reach for a snack, make it one that your future self will thank you for. If this video has helped you, share it with a friend or loved one who's also over 65 and looking to protect their health. And don't forget to subscribe to True Vital for more science-backed practical tips to help you live your healthiest life